Hey guys, it's me, Danny, and I'm here again because I was out there in those internet streets and I found another meme for us to talk about. Today's meme is everybody isn't your friend. Just because they hang around you and laugh with you doesn't mean that they are your friend. People pretend well, and at the end of the day, real situations expose fake people. So pay attention. What we need to get into today is friendship. A lot of people use that word so loosely, but get upset because people are not taking the meaning seriously. I have three different labels that you can put your friends in. There are situational people, there are seasonal people, and then there are sustainable people. Okay, let's get to number one, shall we? Situational people are those people who you are only friends with because of a certain situation. One example is people who are at your job. You know that there are people who are at your job that you will only eat lunch with these people. You only really talk to this set of people. I mean, there's other people in the office, but you only talk to these group of ladies, men, whatever. But outside of work, y'all don't get together. Y'all don't ever go over each other's house. Some of y'all ain't even friends with these people on Facebook. They're just people that you're cool with at work. I like to say that other situations could be like people who go to jail. Like when you go to jail, you are friends with certain people, but when you get out, y'all don't talk no more. Now I know a lot of times that's because the parole board tell you can't, but either way, it's a situation that keeps you as friends. My example was I had a friend who, when we were younger, we shared pain. So there was the pain of like a boyfriend breaking up with us. We had boyfriends at the same time. We talked all the time on the phone, and all we ever really talked about was how these boyfriends treated us bad. When we broke up with those guys, we didn't really have anything else to talk about. We never went to a dinner. We never went to a movie. We never, did anything together. Our kids had birthdays. We never went to parties together. There was nothing that we did together except for that shared pain. So once that pain was over, once the situation was done, we weren't friends anymore. Lover didn't break. We didn't have like an ugly friendship breakup or anything. The situation was just done. And so that's where we put those situational people, where it's only one space that would lead us to be friends, and should that situation end, then we are no longer friends. The second category are the seasonal friends. Seasonal friends are people who, unfortunately, we don't know are seasonal until the season ends. Because nobody walking through being like, yeah, girl, she cool, but she seasonal. We ain't gonna be friends long. Nobody does that. But we do find out later on that the people are not friends with us. Now, this is where the meme would really come in, where it's saying like people are, they will stab you in the back, they will be exposed as fake people, they will be, not the people that you want to keep in your life long. A lot of times that's what happens. It's just like it's a seasonal thing. Sometimes it's something that you did, and you could be the seasonal person as well. But this is where we learn, unfortunately, through some kind of pain, that the people that we thought were our friends are not our friends. Most of the time, I believe that's because we put way too much expectation on people who really cannot be long-term friends, and we want them to be, and so we give a lot of credit to the possibility of where something could be instead of what something actually is. A lot of times, I will admit, it is not our fault that things become seasonal, but we do have to admit there are a lot of us who do not understand and will not accept that a season has ended. We will keep on trying to force ourselves on the people. We will keep on trying to make something happen. Like when you keep being like, I keep trying to call her, she don't hardly ever answer my phone. My calls. I don't know what's going on with her. Well, she's realizing that this thing is coming to an end, and she don't really want to do it no more, and she don't know how to say it to you anymore. So that's the thing. You ever have a friend where you think that, like, I don't know, distance or opportunity should arise that we could be able to be friends, but it never really clicks? That's because that is a seasonal person. And even though it was cool for when y'all were in whatever space that y'all were in, it no longer can carry on. We don't got to be mad at everybody, but that is the truth of the thing. Now, those sustainable people, now, well, you know, they special, okay? Those are the people who are there for the long term. You ever have a friend that's been around for years? Like my friend Summer, I've been friends with her for like 20 years, y'all. And we have gone through the ups, and I promise you we done hit the downs, okay? And there was a moment in time where we were what could have been considered seasonal friends, okay? But maturity has allowed us to push through, and we have been sustainable, so much so that she my sister more than she my friend at this point. The sustainable people are those people who are there for the long term. They are not the people who drop out or you fall out with, and things cannot be resolved. Because a lot of times, you know, when you're having any kind of relationships, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And for the sustainable people, you all can figure out how to come back together. You understand? And so we don't get a lot of those. Now, I know we watch a lot of movies, we watch a lot of TV shows where people been friends for forever. I know y'all all done seen The Best Man. And The Best Man, they've been friends since college, and they done strolled on through to The Best Man holiday to death, okay? That is not the case for lots of people, but you can't have one, two good friends, and if you have that, well, child, you blessed, okay? Because there are some people who are still trying to find their sustainable friendship. So if you have one or two people who can ride out with you for a long time, shout out to you. Now, let's just be honest. People can switch from one level to the next, and that is where we talk about possibility. I don't want to call somebody a seasonal friend because they could be long term. I don't want to call somebody a situational friend because they could be a long term friend. Yes, anybody could be anything, but you need to evaluate where people are right now. Somebody would say, yeah, but they could be. They sure could be, but they aren't. It's the truth, and that's what we have to deal with. We have to deal with the truth of the matter, because a lot of us get lost in the fog of the possibility that we make people and hold people to expectations higher than where their level is. But if you don't do that, that's when you have less backstabbing, less fake exposure, less heartache, because expectations won't be as high. And having lower expectations for people because they are on lower levels is not a bad thing. It keeps you safe from getting yourself and your heart hurt. So you need to evaluate. All right, so now it's time to evaluate where your friendships are. Evaluate the people who are your situational friends. Decide whether or not you need to accept that somebody is a seasonal friend, and you need to stop pushing and forcing and fighting. Or do you want to, focus on your sustainable friends and really value and cherish those people and honor them as the friends that they have been to you? But that's just me. And I'm just saying.